and welcome to another video. This was going to be come book shopping with me and book haul. However, I got to Waterstones and my anxiety went through the roof because I was by myself and I ended up not being able to film whilst I was in the bookstore. So this has turned into a video which is just a book haul. So I still bought plenty of books in Waterstones. Still in the bag here. I'm going to show them to you and then I'll put them up on my shelves. So for my birthday a couple of weeks ago, I got a £50 gift card for National Book Tokens, and so I went Christmas shopping. I did put a bit of money towards it that I got from my grandparents for my birthday as well. I think I spent in total about £70 odd, and then obviously with a £50 gift voucher and then money from my grandparents. It was a good spending spree on books. So let's show you the books I got. They're probably all books that you have seen before because they're all very popular across BookTube and Bookstagram. So they've been on my wish list for a while as well. So I thought I'm just going to go and get those ones. So let's show you the books. So first of all, we have The Drift by CJ Tudor. So this one is going to be very isolated by the sounds of things. We've got an overturned coach full of students, all of them are trapped, a stranded cable car full of strangers, one of them is dead, an isolated chalet full of friends, soon there'll be enemies. And there's like a snowstorm outside, and inside each group there is a killer. And there's like no rescue coming for them or anything, so they're very much stranded. So I feel like this is going to be, a cold, isolated setting and probably quite terrifying as well. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Obviously, CJ Tudor wrote, what was it, the other ones that she did? The Taking of Annie Thorne and The Chalk Man. So she's quite a well-known author as well. And I saw this and I was like, yeah, I've heard good things about this. I need to pick it up. And then we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I read Babel. What's up there? I read Babel this year. Absolutely loved it. And the writing style was absolutely spot on and superb. And I had heard that this series was also stunningly beautiful and like beautifully written. So I really wanted to give this one a try, and obviously I'd seen it everywhere. I think it's a trilogy. So there's 3 of them. This is the first one. I'm basically going to go in a bit blind with it. I think there's like some sort of like martial arts thing going on here as well, and yeah, I do kind of feel like there's something in here which basically says here, mastering these powers can mean more than just surviving school. So I don't know, maybe like a very difficult academy to get through, like in 4th Ring for instance. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Of course I am with all of these. And then we have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. And again, this was everywhere, and it's meant to be very cozy and a bit of a fantasy. Well, not a bit of, it's a high fantasy, and this is also part of a series as well, I believe. And I really love this this cover as well. So I think there is an image as well at the front. There we go, illustration, and I think it's going to be just a very cozy. It's basically set in a coffee shop. So obviously, yeah, we're going to love this sort of thing, aren't we? And it says here, should I just read it? After decades of adventuring, Viv, the orc barbarian, has hanged up her sword for good. Now she sets her sights on a new dream, opening the first coffee shop in Thune. Even though no one there knows what coffee actually is, if Viv wants to realise her plans, she'll need help from unexpected quarters. Yet a rival's older nose stand in the way of success, and Thune's shady underbelly could make it all too easy for Viv to take up the blade once more. But the true reward of the uncharted path is the travellers you meet along the way. Whether bound by ancient magic, delicious pastries, or a freshly brewed cup, they may become something deeper than Viv could ever have imagined. So apparently it's a very lovely tale, and it's, you know, I think it's one that's going to make me cry. I think that's what I've kind of heard. So I'm keen to pick up this one very soon, obviously. I don't know why I keep saying it. Then we have Mexico Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This book I have been wanting to read for so long. When I first heard about it, when it first came out, which was, I'm just going to check when it came out, because I think this has been on my wish list for a long time. So 2020, so 3 years ago this came out, and I have been wanting to read it so much, and I've heard such good things about it. It's very gothic, and yeah, I have a feeling there's obviously some mystery to it as well. And it says that fans of gothic classics like Rebecca will be enthralled, and it's just, I've just seen so many good reviews about it, so that one's gonna be on the to read list for very soon. Then we've got The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. So yeah, I know that this is now not the season. We're going into Christmas season, and when I get around to reading this, which is probably going to be in January, it's probably not going to be the right time to read it, but you know, I think cozy autumn reads is perfect all year round, really. And obviously, again, this was everywhere a few months ago when it came out, in September, and I absolutely love this cover as well. And it's even got a little cat on it. So, I'm just so excited to read it. I've heard just nothing but good things about it. I think with all of these, I've heard just really good things about them. And then we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is obviously more of a Greek retelling, a mythology retelling, and a bit of a romance as well, I believe. So apparently it's beautifully written, and again it's one that will make you cry, and again it was one that was everywhere and everyone was raving about it, and I just never got around to buying it, so I finally bought it. So I'll be reading this very soon as well. And then we have Emily Wild's Encyclopedia Fairies by Heather Fawcett, and I believe the second book has just recently come out as well. If I'm pretty certain it's recently come out. This is going to be a whimsical read, and for some reason it kind of gives me spring vibes, but I don't know whether it's more for spring or more for autumn, but this is definitely going to be one of those whimsical stories, and it's going to be heartwarming. And it does say on here, the ideal book to curl up with on a chilly winter's evening. So if I'm reading this in January, it's going to be absolutely fine, because January is peak winter time here in the UK. It is very cold in January, more so than November, December. So I am going to be curled up in a blanket reading this at some point in January. And then, I keep saying and then, we have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Again, this one has become a series, and I'm pretty sure the third one has recently come out. And again, this one was everywhere and I just never got round to buying it, but I really love this cover as well. Oh, I just dropped it. My bad. Oh, is that a dead bird on there? Oh, that's made me sad. I don't know if that's meant to be a dead bird, or it's just because eye looks very, oh my days. Maybe it's not a very nice cover. This one has a curse by the look of it, in an eccentric family, and oh, look at this. A restless spirit appears, claiming she was poisoned. I think this is good. Oh, we're gonna have a bit of, so it's Gothic as well, and there's obviously a restless spirit in there, so I think we're in for a good time with that one. And then I think, yeah, this is the last one. This is came out very recently actually. So this is Meing the Family by Cara Hunter. And the reason why I love this is because it's multi-format. So you've got some interviews, you've got emails, and I think there's like even like adverts and things like that. So it's a multi-format one, which I absolutely love. I love these multi-format books that are coming out now. So this one is set in 2003. It basically says, I'll read this one. In October 2003, Luke Ryder was found dead in the garden of the family home in London, leaving behind a wealthy older widow and 3 stepchildren. Nobody saw anything. Now secrets will be revealed live on camera. Years later, a group of experts re-examine the evidence of Infamous, a true crime story. No, not story, true crime show, sorry, with shocking results. Does the team know more than they've been letting on, or does the truth lie closer to home? Can you solve the case before they do? The truth will blow your mind. So again, it's like one of those books where you're figuring out the truth using multi-format information. So I've just recently read The Appeal by Janice Hallett, which is the same thing, where you're basically figuring it out but via multi-format. So interviews and text messages and emails, and that's all the way through this book as well. So it's another one of those types of books which I absolutely love. So I am very much looking forward to diving into this and giving it a go. So yeah, that was the last one. So how many books was that even? We have 9 books. So that's a further 9 books added on to, I think there was like 16, 17 that I got on my birthday, physically got on my birthday. So I have a lot to read. I'm obviously going to put them up on the shelf with the other ones, because in January my TBR is going to basically be picking off books off that shelf, which is the ones where I've got for my birthday and Christmas, and just reading through them. So I'm excited for that. So a lot of these I will be reading in January, obviously not all of them, but I am going to have some that I'm going to keep for different times of the year as well. So I know I'm really excited for these books in January. I can't wait. But yeah, it's going to be good. I think a lot of them are going to be on my 24 books of 2024 as well, I reckon, because they're all books I desperately wanted to get when they first came out, and I just never got around to it. So now I have them. I have to read them. It's very much a case of too many books, not a lot of time, but I am determined to read a lot of them in January. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, that is my little book haul. I was going to try and hold them up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold up all of them. Right, there's some. And these are the other 4. There we go. So that was another little book haul from my birthday side book haul part 2, because this one I actually went out shopping and got them myself. But yeah, I'm very excited to read them. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll be back soon with another one.